that Gauteng province had lost 4.3 million in 2013-2014 through the suspension of senior officials who have been found guilty of misconduct. There was a total of 600 cases reported of financial misconduct, 93 of which accounted for 8.8 million. The Premier responded to this with plans of setting up integrity management offices across the departments and the anti-corruption unit in his office. Meanwhile, looting, which has become the standard KPI for corrupt officials and factional leaders of the governing party, continued. Now recently, the Gauteng Department of Infrastructure Development received a report from the Public Protector on the maladministration by the pickpocketing bandits within the department who failed to manage the 2009 Second Post Run project, which was originally estimated at 8.6 million. It was found that the department had failed to open the project to equitable, transparent, and fair procurement processes. They had failed to perform the oversight required of them and ultimately dragged what was meant to be a one-year project to 6 years, resulting in ineffective use of financial resources, a serious violation of the PFMA and Constitution. In this same province of Gauteng, billions of rands worth of IT systems lie idling in the provincial health department due to the thuggish and corrupt manipulation of the tender system by the then MEC Brian Thorne. Under his leadership, the department went on to put out a tender despite being prohibited by the SETA Act. A tender that rewarded the ANC chief whip with the 7.2 million rand house and a whole lot of more huba that can be accounted for, like the 1 million in his personal account. Now imagine how many proper houses could have been built with that money. But instead, he chose to spend it on him and his cronies. So until such a time that you stand in front of us and the residents of Gauteng, Comrade Premier, to inform us that you have successfully dealt with these outstanding issues of staff riders who you have no grounds to give us your corruption curbing plans and strategies. Deal with the outstanding issues before undertaking new ones. You cannot build your castle on a shoddy foundation, King David. I thought you'd know that by now. No amount of officers can reduce corruption, and integrity in itself cannot be taught. The EFF believes that the only viable and sure way to do away with fraud and corruption would be to overhaul the already corrupted system in its entirety by first, abolishing the use of private companies in fulfilling the core functions of government in its departments, ban the usage of consultants and project management units as a basis of delivering services, build internal capacity to fulfill your office's own functions and responsibilities. This will prevent employees being influenced and bribed by private companies, consultants and politicians in their fulfillment of government tasks, and establish a provincial court that will promptly respond to the incidences of corruption and maladministration. Until you move in that direction, that proves, even in the slightest of way, that you truly want to deal with corruption decisively, we will never lend you our ear or listen to your fairy tales. And we will still maintain to our utterances that everything that you said, Comrade Kotan, was untrue.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Dzimba. Honorable Dzimba.